Hi, my name is Zachary, and today, for Rays of Hope, I'll be interviewing my mother for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. She is a two-time cancer survivor, and I am super proud of her for taking the time to talk to other women about their breast cancer treatments and helping them get through it.
Hi, my name is Zachary Diaz. I am a two-time breast cancer survivor, and I'm here to answer any questions you may have.
When were you diagnosed and at what age?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in April 2014, and I was 46 years old. And then a year later, they told me my cancer was back.
What stage were you diagnosed with?
Thankfully, I was diagnosed with stage 1 on both occasions.
How was the cancer initially detected?
The cancer was initially detected when I went in for my mammogram, my yearly mammogram. So ladies, please make sure you keep up with your yearly mammograms. It's very important.
How did you feel when you first received the news?
I was shocked. I was sad. I cried. I just didn't know what to do at the moment. It was a very difficult time and really hard to hear those words that you have cancer.
Is there a family history of breast cancer?
I have no family history of breast cancer, which is why I think I was really shocked. I have 5 sisters. No one has ever been diagnosed with breast cancer. No aunts, no close cousins. I was the first in a long line of women, so it was very difficult.
Did you have a support network?
I did have a support network. 2 things. A year later, my father was also diagnosed with breast cancer, and so he helped me understand what I was going to go through in terms of chemo and radiation. My husband was wonderful support. I had a lot of friends who jumped in to help with, picking you up from school and that sort of thing. And I also joined a breast cancer support group. I would encourage all women to do that. It's very important to hear other women's stories so that you can understand everyone's different, everyone handles it differently, and information is really something that's important for you to have when you're going through this disease.
Tell me about your treatment process.
Initially, the first time I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I opted for a lumpectomy and radiation. And then when they told me that the cancer was back, I had opted for a double mastectomy. Unfortunately, I had a lot of complications that resulted in about 11 surgeries in all, plus chemo, and because I had a hormone positive tumor, I wound up having to take Herceptin for 1 full year. It was a difficult time, but I got through it, and I feel like I'm here for a reason.
Were there any programs or services offered to you that would help with the treatment process?
There were many services. Unfortunately, I feel like women have to ask. You have to ask for help. The American Cancer Society is a wealth of knowledge. I reached out to them when I had simple questions like where to get a wig, if I lost my hair. The services, you have to ask for them. If you don't ask for them, unfortunately, no one's going to really talk to you about it. So if you need help, I would speak to the nurse that's managing your case.
What message would you like to provide women in the community?
I would say to the women that we have to look at ourselves and remember that we typically are the nurturers, we typically are the caregivers. And so what happens is we tend to want to continue to provide, the nurturing and taking care of the household and the kids even while we're undergoing treatment. I would say to women, it's important for you to exercise self-care. Put yourself first. Recognize that it's okay to relinquish control, and recognize that if you need help, it's okay to raise your hand and say, I need help. we're in this together. And so that's my best advice to any woman who is currently undergoing treatment and having to deal with, the stresses of everyday life plus cancer.
Thank you for sharing that information with us.